Thanks to all the wonderful Aptera investors, my fellow Aptera reservation holders, and our Aptera curious friends for tuning in again. In this video, I'm going to recap week 33 of Aptera's Accelerator Program, which ran from September 8th to 14th. My numbers are based on the September 13, 2:37 p.m. update. Something happened to the Accelerator Program's leaderboard. It has not been updating, and I've checked it as of September 17th. It still has no new updates. Aptera is aware and says they will check on it on Monday. This could mean that we could get a significant update next week, as a number of days have not been added to the Accelerator leaderboard at this time. Nothing I say in this video should be considered investment advice. I'm not an accountant or a financial advisor. Please do your own research before investing, and investing, especially in a pre-production startup company, is very risky. Aptera is still looking for a large-scale investment from an institutional investor or a significant grant to start production. Aptera's total raised from crowdfunding is now over $23 million between Republic and the Accelerator Program. Republic reports a relatively large increase compared to last week at almost $25,000 to reach $1,488,584, with 29 new investors added in the last week. The Accelerator Program also had a strong week 33, which continues a 4-week streak of increased investments. We saw an increase of investments of almost $590,000 last week. It is hard to predict what will happen next week, as the updates of the leaderboard stopped on the 13th. Last week we had a lot of activity in many weeks of investors, but was not as much as last week. We did lose an investment of $15,545 in week 29. Week 33 had a very strong start with new investments of over $165,000. Almost a third of it came from one new investor, MC of Texas, with an investment of $52,500. But the star of the show was week 32. Aptera added more of the investments for that week, which added another $330,000 plus to last week's $106,500. Another call out has to go to week 1 investors who continue to show up and added another $38,655 last week to break $4.2 million, or about 1/5 of the money invested in the Accelerator Program. Week 33 had an impressive amount of activity and added investors. Not only did it break the 9-week streak of single-digit increases, but it is tied for 15th for the largest number of added investors at 29. Most of the new investors were added in the last 2 weeks, as to be expected, but we did get 2 new investors added in week 20, and we lost an investor in week 29. Week 33 had an impressive increase of 10 investors, but the standout, as you could have guessed, was week 32, which added 18 investors to the 10 it had last week. This means week 33 brings the total number of investors to 1,408, leaving only 592 vehicle spots left. Aptera added only 6 prior investors for a total of 780, and an impressive 23 new investors for a new total of 628. This was enough to shift the balance by 1%, so that we have 45% of the investors being new to Aptera. Contributions by new investors was also significant enough to move up another percentage to make 48% of the total invested. It is really making it possible that new investors could make up 50% of the investments raised through the program. It is the first time that they are within $1 million of prior investors. The total raised from new investors increased to just over $10.33 million, but the prior investors still have a healthy lead with now $11.28 million raised. With this week's updates, both week 32 and 33 had very high average investments of over $15,500 and $16,500 respectively. This boosted the program's overall average by $156 to reach a new total of $15,350.10. If this average holds for the rest of the program, the Accelerator Program could net around $30 million. That would be awesome. That would be a 50% increase of their original goal of $20 million. We finally see a break in the 3-week streak of no changes to the top 15 Accelerator investors. BW of Indiana added their first investment of $105,045 to take the number 11 spot. This makes 9 new investors in the top 15 Accelerator investors. For the fourth week in a row, there was no change in the top 15 vehicle spots leaderboard. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, like and share to help our channel grow. And below you'll find links to our website, Evolv-Electric.org, our Twitter and Instagram